I'm Tammy and I'm with Happy Art Creations, and welcome to my channel and to my today. Y'all, I just try to do today's. When I think about what the future may hold, I have to rest in knowing that I have today. That's it, okay? So my goal for most days is just to spark happy in somebody's heart. Okay, today I'm going to show you how I've been trying some experimenting, and I've been posting a few things. Let me show you what I've been posting. I've got these little guys right here. And this technique is a mixture of a lot of things that people have been doing with the blooms and the swipes and the Soooo swipes and all that kind of stuff. And I started watching Kathleen Miller. Hey girl. Anyhow, she does the drizzle. She does the swipe, she does the wreck, and she does the spin. And y'all, those are all fun. I'm having a blast with all of these. But I was not able to do all of the things that she did because I didn't have all the ingredients. So I came up with my own that are very similar to hers, okay? So most people can do this. This is what I had, okay? When she does her mixing up her paints, or for her pouring medium, okay? Let me get this right here. The pouring medium she uses is, oh gosh, where's my brain? Here it is, the Rust-Oleum Triple Thick and the Vivid Enamel. Y'all, I didn't have either one of those, but I had something like it. I used the one coat. It's worth three. It's real thick. It's the one coat. It's like having a bunch of coats all at one time, just like the triple thick. Okay, so I had that. This is Minwax. Okay, you can find this at Walmart. You can find this on Amazon. You can find it at Lowe's. You can find it anywhere. I find it wherever it's the cheapest. Okay, wherever that may be at the time. I do look around. And then she had the Vivid Enamel, and I didn't have anything like the Vivid Enamel, okay? And so what I found was, first I looked up the ingredients. I went to the site, guys, I don't know, what is it, Color Art or something, Vivid Enamel, Color Art, and all of those wonderful things. Well, I didn't have those, okay? I didn't take the course. I didn't do the Chili Art, which is so awesome. It's been revolutionary in a lot of ways, okay? I didn't have that. So I went to their site, Color Art, and looked up the Vivid Enamel ingredients. You can go to any site and they'll show you those ingredients, okay? And what I found with theirs was it was 100% acrylic polymer dispersion. Okay, well guys, I've been using this for a very long time. It's the Fusion pouring resin. Y'all, it's not like regular resin, it's water soluble. And when I coat and protect my art that I'm not going to say resin, or I put my protecting coat on before resin, I use this. I dilute it down and put a few coats on it. It brings out a beautiful shine or a protective coat. Okay, well, I looked at my ingredients on that. I kind of had a thought, well, maybe this is something like that. And it's 100% acrylic polymer emulsion. Okay, emulsion and dispersion are they're interchangeable. Yay! So I was able to use this. Okay, this is what I had on hand. Y'all, ingredients are important. Okay, I found on this that it does matter. It does matter, because I've tried every which way but loose and have come up with tons and tons of failures, and I don't like to fail, but you know, life happens. So what I did was, and with hers, she would take, and I don't have them in front of me, she would take 15 milliliters of her triple thick right here and 5 milliliters of her Vivid Enamel. Okay, so I did the same thing and I tried it. All right, when she mixes her paint, which I'm going to show you how I do it, and today I'm going to mix up some Arteza Pearl Turquoise, which I adore, okay? I want to do it in my next painting, or at least my next, maybe, okay? And what she did was she just took 2 pea-size blobs, 2 pea-size things, and did I forget my doggone stir stick? I did. Be right back. Here I am, I'm coming. Oh, here. Y'all, they were right behind me. Oh, good grief. Right? I had them all right behind me. Y'all, I get prepared and then my CD skips and I forget what I do. Anybody do that? I've done it my whole life, so life is good. All right. So, but let me start before I decided I didn't want to have to do that with a bunch of paints because I was trying some new pigments. I was doing some new things and I didn't want to have to do, okay, measure 15 of this, 5 of this, and have to clean it all up and start all over. So, guys, I found that you can mix the one coat, the triple thick, Vivid Enamel, or the Fusion. You can put these two together. Okay? You can do it. It is okay. Anyhow, and I thought, well, okay, I'll make 10 dealies. 10 amounts, basically. So I took the 15, and this was milliliters. This is what Kathleen Miller's is. And I took 15 milliliters, and I multiplied that by 10, which was 150. So I took 150 on my handy dandy scale, marked it to milliliters, zeroed it out, and poured into my glass jar right here. My glass jar, I poured that in to 150 milliliters. Then I hit, and I'm going to show you how to do this. I hit the reset to zero it out again, and then I took my Fusion, the acrylic polymer emulsion. I took that and I said, okay, I had to use 5 mil the first time with Kathleen's recipe, and so I multiplied that by 10 like I did my triple thick. Okay, so I did that, and 5 times 10 is 50, so I made sure it was zeroed out, and in my jar I poured in 50 milliliters. So in total I have 200 milliliters in my jar. And I take my jar, I don't shake it, and I just did this. You don't want to shake it, you don't want all those bubbles, and I shook and shook, not shook and shook, oh my gosh, and just stirred and stirred. I did stir it at first, and then each time I want to use it, I just kind of do this and go back and forth and make sure that it's combined, because guys, you're combining it in your little cup with your paint. So it's truly okay to mix these things in. So, and each time I take out, so if I need my 15 milliliters, or my 20 now, because I'm going to go ahead, I need 20 milliliters of that recipe in my little cup, then I'm going to put my little cup right here. I'm going to turn it on, it'll zero out, and I'm going to measure 20 milliliters. One time out of my jar. It's all ready to go. Guys, I'm all for saving time and doing it quick. Kind of quick. I don't have to, but I didn't want to have to do it each time. It's just like, okay. Get me? That's how I am. All right. So I'm going to go down and I'm going to show you how I did that. So hang on just a minute. And in the end, I'll show you some outcomes of what I have also, other than those others I showed you. Okay, be right back. Toodaloo. Hey y'all, I am back. So here we go. I'm going to be mixing up with the recipe. It's an alternative recipe like we all have. Oh, there's a shadow. I had to move stuff around. Don't like the shadows, but anyhow. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to take my new pouring medium that we talked about, and I'll talk about that out loud. And another thing she used to thin out this pouring medium here, with the paint only, not the pigments, is she used Josania's. It's like in a kind of like polyacrylic, and there's other recipes out there that use the polyacrylic to thin paint down to the consistency that you need. And guys, that's what I had, so that's what I used. Okay, and it works. All right, let me get that out of the way. And guys, I put it in one of these. Oops, y'all, I've got it in a new orientation, my camera. And this is my polyacrylic, and I put it in a bottle, so it's easy for me. So please forgive me for my being off, okay? So we know that if I had used the other one, it's already set for milliliters, and it's zeroed out because I had my little ditty on there. We know that in the original recipe, you would have needed a tablespoon or 15 milliliters of the triple thick and 5 milliliters of the Vivid Enamel. Of course, I use the other. I use the Minwax 1 coat thick stuff, and then the Fusion acrylic resin or pouring resin. Okay, that's what I used in mine. I've already done my stirring, and I set it to that. I'm going to do 20 milliliters, and I'm just going to pour away. Now, guys, it comes out quick. Comes out quick at the end. So go slow. It does, I mean, if you have a little over, it's okay. There we go. 20-ish. Oh, right on 20. And y'all, clean your lid off because you will have a mess. This is gunky. It is sticky and it is a mess. Okay, and then it makes it hard for your jars to open. Okay, so always clean them off. All right, guys, that's it. I can shut this off. I can move this away because I don't need it any longer. So it's going to be sitting over there. Now, one thing, oh, I just adore Arteza and the way that they do their paints. It's like, I don't know. You can get every single drop out of these acrylic. I mean, and if you want to, cut them open, take your thing and lick it out if you need to. But I like to save. So really, this is how I do it. A pea size. Watch it blob out on me, right? Where are we in the camera? Okay, there's 1 pea size. 2. That's what I do. Whoops. Y'all, I hate that I can't see my camera. Okay, my 2 pea size. That's not a lot of paint, but boy, will it go far. I'm going to put it in this, just like this. Blob it in there. And stir, 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 stir. I don't know, someone could come up with a song and dance for this. I don't know. Now, if you want it darker, this is pretty doggone close to the original. You can add a tad more. Tad in Texas means just a wee bit more. Not much, just a little bit. And you're going to stir it up really good. And it's best if you wait afterwards to use this. But anyhow, I can still see that there's like a pearl, like a change. Not a change. That I need to stir more because it's not completely incorporated. I can see light and dark, and I know with the pearl it kind of does that, but in all of my other colors that were just plain, nothing in them, no pearlescent or anything in it, then you scrape. Anyhow, they still had that same look. So you want to make sure your pouring medium and your paint are together. Now, Kathleen Miller had this thing where it was elastic. Oops. I don't know if I can show you. That's pretty elastic. There we go. And I call it the boing. Boing, boing, boing. That means this is right. This is the consistency I need that. And again, that's the same thing when you do your pigments. You will have that little elasticity where it'll just kind of boing off, boing off, boing off. And that's what I'm calling it, okay? So I don't need to thicken this out, or to thin this out. But had I would have used my polyacrylic, and I'd start with just a couple drops at a time. Don't go crazy with this, okay? You just need a little bit thinning out to get the consistency again. There you are, camera. Here we go. Here comes the boing. See it? Oh, y'all can't. And it just kind of stretches. There we go. It stretches off your stick. Let it finish running, and then it does this. Boing, boing, boing. That's elasticity, your elastic bounce, your boing. I'm calling it boing because that's what I think when I see it. All right, then I'm just going to wipe my stick on the paper I used before. I wipe my edges. Okay, I wipe the edges. I just try to keep it cleaner. Y'all, I'm not necessarily super neat. Okay. Found these little ditties here at the Dollar Tree, and they come in round and they come in these square, and you know what? They are so most perfect in those crazy, ooh, where are they? These, they drive me nuts. They drive me nuts. I can't clean them. Once they get gunked up, that's it. They're a mess. When I'm done with this is going in the trash, and I'm buying more of these. I have some from before, but I have other stuff in them. But they're great to store paint in. They're sealed really well, and this one, they're just a pain in the keister. All right, not a fan of them. All right, hang on just a sec. I'm gonna get some more information on how to do your cell activator. Hang on just a sec. I'll be right back. Hey y'all, Tammy here again, and I forgot to show you how to mix the pigment. So before I do the cell activator demo, I will show you how I do my pigment. Okay, same as before. See that says 1? I'm going to hit my button and make sure it zeroes out. There we go. Zero out. I'm going to need the same. I'm going to need 20 milligrams total. 15 of the triple thick or my mix and 5 of the other. Remember, it comes out pretty quick. So we need 20 mils in our thing total. Okay, that might be 21, but it's okay. All right, I'm going to wipe my lip off right here and close it back up. I want to keep it so I don't knock it over because, you know, kind of sometimes I'm a mess. Okay, I'm also not using the color art because I just didn't, and I needed a more economical thing for myself. So I found these wonderful, you can find these on Amazon. It's where I got them. They're called Naked Fusion Luxe Mica Pigment. Y'all, they are awesome. I love them. Okay, so I'm kind of sold. They come in a 10 gram little bag, and I really have no issues with them whatsoever. Okay, so with this right here, I'm going to take 1/4 of a teaspoon. Oh, I didn't show you what I do to clean it. I sprayed this, and I'll do it again. I'm going to spray it with just a little bit of alcohol, only because I'm getting out the other pigment that I use for other things. And I'm just going to make sure that I'm not mixing pigments, especially something like a yellow with, you know, another color. So as you can see, I didn't clean it last time very well. But there we go. Good enough. All right. So I'm going to reach in, and I'm going to call it a healthy 1/4 of a teaspoon. Okay. There we go. I'm going to tap it in. I'm going to be very careful and close my bag, make sure it's sealed, and gently push air out. And then I'm done with it. That's it. I'm going to put it away. Y'all, these are great pigments, and they are like awesome. Okay. Mix, 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 mix gently because the pigments fly around if you're not careful. If you want, you can wear a respirator, a little mask, whatever. I don't ever have issues with them blowing around or anything if you start off and you just do it gently and move them around, okay? Until they incorporate with your pouring medium. Y'all, I'm almost done. There we go. Come up, 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 up. Okay. I did a bunch of these at one time and let them kind of sit in it. And I'm going to do that too and let it dissolve a little bit. But basically that's it. You're still going to get that, here it comes, boing, 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 boing. See, it's perfect. Oh, there we go. Well, that one kind of ran out of stuff. Let me do it. Ready? There's that elasticity. There you go, the boing. Okay, y'all, I'm done. This is a beautiful color. Didn't even tell ya. Liquid Sun. Liquid Sun. And it is. It's gorgeous. And y'all, that's all there is to this. I'm having to look at my screen sideways because of the way my camera is right now. So, okay, I'm experimenting with my camera, so I've got to get used to it. This is a piece that was on my bag and it came off, but anyhow, it dries beautifully. It's shimmery, shiny. I make sure there's nothing around the edges, and I put my lid on, and you always check. So we've got one with the paint. Make sure you stir them up each time. Oh, we got one with the paint, and we've got one with the pigment. Okay, and there we go. Now, cell activator is like super duper easy. Okay. So basically you're going to do for your cell activator, oh, here we go, 1 ounce of Floetrol. Okay, so I'm going to change, let me get my little ditty. There's my new ditty right here. I'm going to change it. And I'm going to go over here and change it to ounces because just easier, grams, pounds, ounces. I want 1 ounce of American Floetrol. Y'all, this is my Floetrol. Okay, I've already strained it. It's been shook, all that fun stuff. So I'm just going to pour in 1 ounce. Doesn't take long. Y'all pay attention to what you're doing. You're going to have a lot more fluid in here. 99. Ah! 99. Oh, did it go? Okay. It just had to settle. So there we go. I'm going to wipe my lid off. Floetrol gets gunky around the lid. Alright, then I am going to measure. Okay, I do have to measure on this. I'm going to go ahead and do the white. I already did the black. And I used oxide black, Goldens. This here's Amsterdam. And I am going to measure a teaspoon. Oh, boy, did I make a mess, huh? Alright. Hang on. Of course, it would do that when I'm on filming. No, it's not even coming out. Alright. Are you going to be a booger head? It is. So anyhow, when in doubt, do it like that. Take that crazy lid off anyhow. Not 1 ounce, 1 teaspoon. Close enough. Doesn't even have to be super duper, but close enough, okay? So if I kind of measured it and kind of moved it around, I would have it. I don't even need it on this anymore. Do need to clean that up. Thank goodness for plastic wrap. Y'all, I'll do this. This is why I don't like using these. But for your cell activator, because they get so messy in there, for your cell activator, you have to. Okay? And y'all, all I'm going to do is just mix and mix and mix and mix and mix and mix and mix. Wipe my spoon off, mix the sides, get all that fun stuff, mix and mix and mix and mix. Until I get a happy mix. Everything's good, everything's, you know, doing its thing, what it needs to do. Okay? And that's still gunky, but it is thinner than your paint, pigments, your paint and pigment pouring medium. Okay, Floetrol is thinner. You want your cell activator to flow nicely over. So this is definitely thinner than the other, and if you need to thin it out more, you can. One thing about Amsterdam, it can handle being thinned down. Okay, I don't add water to any of these. I just add more Floetrol. Okay, and that's all there is too. Now, according to Kathleen, you can use any color you want to make a cell activator. Okay, so right now I'm just practicing. I'm learning. So when I find ones that I know absolutely, I'll let you know my colors and stuff that work. She has hers, and that's fine. And you know what? I'm very thankful for her because she really made it easy to understand. Okay, but it's just really just a pretty creamy. Okay, it's just creamy. So really, that's all there is to this. Let me set this aside. I'm just kind of wiping off the top. I really didn't get it down the sides, and I'm putting my lid on, and I'm going to put it on here. And usually I put just CA on it. I haven't done that yet. Got to clean up this mess that I've got here. Now let me tell you what I use for my base, and we'll go over that. And so I flood my canvas with, and I'll show you in a little bit how I do it. You know, all I use is Color Place from Walmart. It's already ready to use, ready to go. I use the satin. You can use the gloss. You can use semi-gloss, whatever. I just grab this and it works fine. I've had no issues whatsoever. And I literally just pour it. I don't stir it. I don't do a whole lot. Unless you get, I guess, an old can that's got all the stuff on top. I guess you can initially stir it. But after that, I've not had to. And y'all, I just pour it in a cup that's easy for me to use, okay? Because I don't want to mess with that can each time. This is a 32-ounce Nukes cup from Christmas. We like Nukes, y'all. I don't know if everybody has a Nukes, but they have healthy food and unhealthy food. So you can make your choice. But anyhow, that's it. That's all I do. So if you have any questions, I'll have everything written down, the recipe and the ingredients that I use. I'll put a link to Kathleen Miller's, her recipes. She does have some recipes, and go for it. Go on. If you have those, then go on over to Kathleen. I had to use what I had, and you know what? I'm okay with that because I'm finding I have good results with it. So it works for me. All right, guys. I'll see you next time here on Happy Art Creations. If you have any questions, please just go ahead and message me. You can leave a message on the YouTube, or you can message me at Happy Art Creations on my Facebook page, at YouTube. You can leave it at Instagram. I'm there under Happy Art Creations, okay? My Gmail is happyartcreations@gmail.com. Okay, next video is going to just be a demo on what I've done, but right now this is the how I do my new whatever this is. Okay, y'all, I'm having fun with it. Have fun with me. Okay, talk to you later. Bye bye. Goodbye. Goodbye now. Goodbye.